Hey guys, Galucia here, and back on the PGN channel, feeling good about that, and getting ready to do an update for you for what's happening here on the server. And here's the big news. Tomorrow, Monday, we start beta testing the server. Before you ask, no, it's a closed beta. But, the exciting bit, look at the Enderman and how much they've torn up my walls. I haven't created the safe zone yet. Look at all the blocks missing just from this one chunk of wall. They are out of control. I'll have to fix that in a minute. So, beta testing starts tomorrow, and really excited about that. We're going to hammer out as many of the things as we can to make sure that it's working properly, that there's no issues. And once we get that handled, then we're off to the official launch of the server, which at this date and time, I'm saying is Saturday, noon Mountain Time, which would be 2 p.m. on the East Coast, 11 a.m. on the West Coast. And if you live in another country, figure it out. So that's when the server is being put up on Saturday. And no matter where you live in the world, you should be able to join us for the launch. I plan on doing a live event and live streaming from the server as soon as it goes up. I'm going to be doing admin-y type stuff, so I have to try to help out as much as I can. But we're going to have as many of our admins as possible there for the launch to iron out any problems or details or whatever. Here are the admins right here. Hello, admins. So, as many of these people as possible will be there for the launch to make sure that everything goes smooth. Myself and Exomorphing, the owner and co-owner of this server. I love how the zombies are attracted to the NPCs. Yeah, he's still there from the video that I made on my channel. We'll be there for the launch and be there as much as possible, and I'm really excited about it. So I wanted to take a minute to explain the server a little bit. A lot of what I'm going to say is going to be explained on the signs in the building itself when you spawn, but I did want to just kind of give you a little bit of a heads up of a few of the things that are going on. So a lot of it's the same as the last server, but we've changed quite a few things. When you first spawn the server, first of all, to all my existing members, anyone that registered on the website for the old server, you don't have to re-register you. You are already a registered member for this server. We've given you that head start. You're not going to come in as the default class, which is a noob. You're going to come in as a member. And as a way of saying thank you for registering on the old server and sticking with us and coming to the new server, your economy account will be started with a 50 gil starting amount. I know it's not a ton of money, and some of you probably had thousands of gil, but it's a new server, and we don't want any one player to be unnecessarily OP, and we had no way of tracking who had what amounts of money anyway. So all previously registered people will get a 50 gil start, plus the gil that you earn in the spawn building itself. So before you even start killing any mobs, you will have plenty of gil at your disposal. As a regular member, though, the only things you're going to have access to, you will be able to earn gil, you will be able to use locket, and you will be able to buy things from the chest shops. The server itself doesn't have any chest shops set up, at least not yet. We may eventually if we decide to do that. But as of right now, we don't. But you can't create a chest shop as a regular member. Now, for all of you that are new to the server, you will be a noob. And until you go to the website and register, and the website will be in the description, you won't have access to Locket, which is what you use to lock chests and doors and stuff like that to protect them. And you won't be able to buy anything from stores. You'll still earn currency. You'll still earn gil, which is what we use for currency, but you won't be able to use it for anything. Any of the other functions that you want do actually require a donation, and I'm going to get into that really briefly and kind of explain that. As a member, you will be able to join a faction. We have added factions to this. A lot of people asked for it, so here it is. You will be able to join a faction as a member, but you won't be able to create a faction as a member. You will only be able to join an existing faction, and you'll be able to do most of the stuff that you would normally do as a member of a faction. The next... Basically, how we're handling the donations and to give people extra privileges, if you donate a minimum $5 donation, that'll give you what's called a Supreme account. That is what's going to give you access to being able to create chest shops that's also what's going to give you access to MCMMO. And I know a lot of you were coming here because of the MCMMO and how much you enjoyed it. And we ironed out all the problems with it, so it should be good to go. We alleviated the rewards for now. Not sure whether or not we're going to implement those, but we may implement them by the time the beta's done. We're kind of testing it out. But still, MCMO is very rewarding in and of itself. And so $5 will get you into that, but that only gets you in for 30 days. So you can either continue to pay $5 a month, basically, and that'll give you access to the MCMMO. It'll also give you access to being able to create the chest shops and a couple other minor added privileges and bonuses and stuff like that. Or if you pay a $20 donation up front, that'll give you a lifetime membership to the website as a Supreme member, so you'll never have to worry about it again. That's up to you. If you don't do that and you stop paying after your time is up for the Supreme, you get downgraded to a premium account, which no longer has access to MCMMO, but it still has access to creating chest shops. So you'll be able to create shops and edit them and still gain currency from them, but you won't have access to MCMMO. And fair warning, I think, and I have to test this in the beta, if you lose your MCMMO privileges because your time runs out or whatever, all the stats that were saved for you will be gone and erased and set back to 0. So we don't want that to happen. We had to get a massive, crazy server to properly host all the things that we want to do. So that's why we require these donations. The only other thing to donate for would be if you do want a faction. And we have a class called Faction Leader. And that is for someone that can create a faction. And that is going to be super beneficial, especially those of you that get in on it early in the server. Being able to recruit other people for your faction and to help your faction out. That is a one-time fee of only $10. That gives you the right to create a faction. And we'll have some giveaways and stuff like that for in-game items for faction leaders for the largest or best faction of the month and stuff like that. Because we already started kind of working out some pedestals for some competitions using this NPC plugin that you see here that we're using, so that you can come in here and immediately see who our admins are, what they look like. Boom. Some of you might be seeing yourself right now. And oh, I don't have F1 on. Boop. There you go. Now you can see their names. So this is the top donators for the original server. After the month of October has passed, that'll switch to the top donators of October, and you'll get here on the pedestal. So these were our top 3 donators for the previous server. So we're giving them recognition and thanking them for helping us out. And then we will also have the top players of the month, starting with the month of October. So you'll be able to get yourself on here if you participate often and you get your power levels high and stuff like that. But it doesn't have to be based on power levels. You can get on the pedestal even if you're just a regular member. It's kind of a thing that's based on a lot of different stuff. So basically, I'm trying to let you know that the server is coming out. The launch, like I said, Saturday noon Mountain Time, and we're gonna make it as big as we possibly can. And during the course of the beta, we will be adding other things. Actually, today I'll be adding other things. I have a lot of stuff that I have to fix before even the beta starts. This is what I would consider the alpha stage of the server. But we are adding a dungeon right off the bat. There will be a warp to take you to that dungeon as a full dungeon tower, multiple levels, insane amounts of mobs with a boss mob at the end that will give great rewards and prizes. So, exciting stuff like that we're trying to implement. There's going to be lots of dungeons scattered throughout the world. Some of them that you can warp to, some of them that you'll just find while walking around that won't have warps, so you'll actually have to explore and really play survival. You can't just stay in your city and do your thing. You're going to have to go out there and explore and look for these things. Villages will have way more meaning and are protected so that people can't destroy them anymore. And we will be hiding items and stuff like that, adding items to the chests that already exist in villages from time to time so that people can find extra bonuses and extra rewards. Sometimes we're going to put boss mobs randomly wandering around the world just outside of a village. So if you kill it and quote-unquote protect the village, then you're going to get a lot of bonuses for that. So we're trying to implement a lot of interesting things to encourage exploration and full-on playing of a actual survivor server and what it means to play survival and go out there and really play it. So thanks for watching this somewhat winded update video, but obviously a lot's going on, so I wanted to update you with as much as I possibly could. So we should have at least one more of these videos coming out right before the launch, just to give you any more details I can possibly give you before the launch, give you as much intel as possible, and give you as best a head start as I can. Thanks for watching, everybody, and I'll see you next time. Later!